We've journeyed through the rise and fall of Elizabeth Holmes, witnessed the courage of whistleblowers who risked everything for truth, and seen justice served in Silicon Valley's most notorious fraud case. But this series isn't just about what went wrong. It's about building something better. In this final episode, we're revealing the Ethical AI Blueprint, a comprehensive framework for entrepreneurs who want to build companies that don't just succeed, but thrive with integrity, trust, and sustainable innovation in the post-Theranos era. The fundamental lesson from Theranos is crystal clear. In today's world, trust is your most valuable competitive advantage. While algorithms may power your product, transparency, ethics, and authentic communication are what power your relationships with customers, investors, and your own team. The era of fake it till you make it is over. The future belongs to those who build on solid foundations, rather than shifting sand. The first pillar of our ethical AI blueprint is radical transparency about your technology's capabilities and limitations. This means being completely honest about what your AI can do today, not just what you hope it will do tomorrow. Companies like OpenAI have mastered this approach, regularly publishing detailed research about their model's capabilities, limitations, and potential risks. This transparency hasn't hurt their business. It's actually strengthened investor confidence and user trust by setting realistic expectations and demonstrating genuine commitment to responsible development. Practical implementation starts with your marketing materials and investor presentations. Every claim about your AI's performance must be backed by verifiable data from controlled testing. If your AI achieves 90% accuracy on a specific task, state that clearly along with the testing conditions, sample sizes, and known limitations. This specificity makes your claims more credible than vague promises of revolutionary capabilities and helps prevent the kind of expectation gaps that ultimately destroyed Theranos. The second pillar is building robust governance structures from day one. This isn't just about compliance. It's about creating systems that prevent problems before they occur. The most successful AI companies now implement technical advisory boards with independent experts who can evaluate and validate technological claims. These advisors serve as both quality control and credibility enhancement, providing external validation that investors and customers increasingly demand. Your governance structure must include clear protocols for handling concerns raised by employees, advisors, or external stakeholders. The Theranos case showed us catastrophically what happens when organizations silence internal critics. Companies that thrive in the current environment actively encourage questions, concerns, and constructive criticism. They treat skepticism as valuable input rather than a threat to be suppressed, creating early warning systems that help identify and resolve issues before they become crises. The third pillar involves fostering a culture of psychological safety and continuous learning. This means creating an environment where every team member feels safe to voice doubts, report problems, and challenge assumptions without fear of retaliation. Implement confidential feedback channels, celebrate employees who identify potential issues, and treat internal critiques as opportunities for improvement rather than threats to your vision. Consider the approach taken by companies like Hugging Face, which has built a massive developer community by sharing research, source code, and ethical guidelines openly. Their forums are filled with honest debates about limitations and edge cases, and their leadership frequently participates in public discussions about AI safety. This transparency hasn't slowed their growth, it's accelerated it by building trust at every level of their ecosystem. The fourth pillar is responsible investor relations based on education rather than persuasion. The smartest AI entrepreneurs today spend significant time educating potential investors about their technology, market realities, and realistic timelines. This educational approach filters out investors looking for unrealistic returns and attracts those who understand the long-term value of sustainable innovation. Your investor presentations should include detailed technical explanations, honest discussions of challenges and risks, and realistic projections based on verifiable data. This approach may result in fewer initial meetings, but the investors you do attract will be more committed, more patient, and more valuable as strategic partners. Remember, responsible investors become partners in your success, not just sources of capital. The fifth pillar involves proactive regulatory engagement and ethical governance. Don't view regulators as adversaries. View them as partners in building a trustworthy industry. Engage early and often with relevant regulatory bodies, seeking guidance on compliance and ethical considerations. Implement robust internal governance frameworks that include ethical review boards, data privacy officers, and clear accountability structures for AI development and deployment. The competitive advantages of this ethical approach are substantial and growing. Ethical AI companies consistently attract better talent because top professionals increasingly want to work for organizations that align with their values. They build more loyal customer relationships because consumers are increasingly discerning about the ethical practices of companies they support. They face fewer regulatory challenges, experience less reputational risk, and build more resilient business models that can withstand market fluctuations and public scrutiny. Building ethical AI systems also means conducting rigorous bias testing, implementing fairness metrics, and considering the broader societal impact of your technology. Companies like Anthropic have built their entire business model around developing AI systems that are helpful, harmless, and honest. This ethical focus hasn't limited their growth. It's become their primary differentiator in an increasingly crowded market. The implementation timeline for this blueprint should begin immediately, regardless of your company's current stage. If you're just starting, build these principles into your founding documents and early hiring decisions. If you're already operating, conduct an honest assessment of your current practices and implement improvements systematically. Create public documentation of your ethical AI policies, establish transparent testing protocols, and invite external audits of your systems. The measurement of success in ethical AI goes beyond traditional business metrics. Track your accuracy in public statements about technology capabilities, measure employee satisfaction and retention rates, monitor customer trust indicators, and document progress on ethical AI development goals. These metrics may not appear on traditional investor dashboards, but they're increasingly important for long-term sustainability and success. As we conclude this series, remember that the Theranos scandal wasn't just a cautionary tale about fraud. It was a catalyst for positive transformation in how we build and evaluate technology companies. The entrepreneurs who embrace this transformation, who choose substance over spectacle and trust over hype, are the ones who will define the next era of AI innovation. The ethical AI blueprint isn't just about avoiding the mistakes of the past. It's about building the foundation for sustainable innovation that can truly change the world. The market has already decided which approach it will reward. The choice is yours. Will you build on solid ground or shifting sand? The future of AI is not just about what we can build, but how we build it. It's about ensuring that the incredible power of artificial intelligence serves humanity rather than deceives it. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Silicon Valley's dark secrets and emerging into the light of ethical innovation. The world is waiting for your trustworthy AI solutions. Now go forth and build with integrity.